Hello every pony, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie Fox. You can tell I'm a fox because I've got the fox ears on. These are fox ears, not cat ears, get it right. So in today's little video, I'm gonna be talking about some albums I've heard recently for the first time. I'm always listening to music, but these are. I'm just gonna talk. Basically, I'm just gonna yap. So okay, I'll get right into it. So the first album that I'm gonna be talking about, the one album that I've listened to, is this Dutch Masters album called Wells Run Dry and the Shit Stops Sticking. Dutch Masters is a screamo band. I forget the exact genres, but I thought this album was pretty good. It's an EP. It's just a short record, I think, and I do like it. Dutch Masters released another album this year, which I do prefer. I'm also going to be linking all of these albums in the description in case you're interested in listening to any of them. You should check them out. I think they were pretty good, and yeah, this is a pretty good one. I think it ends a bit weak. I think it starts a bit stronger than it finishes, but I still think this is a pretty good thing that I listened to this year. I also listened to, so not all these albums came out this year. These are just ones that I've gone around to. I listened to Holiday by the Magnetic Fields. Thought it was pretty good. I think it's a bit long. I prefer the other Magnetic Fields stuff. This is them more like synthy stuff, like synth pop stuff. Was it synth pop? I don't know. It's more like electronic, But I think I do prefer the more like acoustic stuff, me personally. But I've still got to get around to listening to more of the Magnetic Fields. Oh, I also finally listened to Diamond Jubilee by Cindy Lee, which is a pretty popular album this year. Well, not popular, but this is what the music nerds have been talking about a lot. Diamond Jubilee by Cindy Lee, and obviously the reason why it took me so long to get to it is because it's like 2 hours. But I'm very glad that I did. What was the name? Hypnagogic Pop, something like that. Very, very, very good album. I really do like it. It's not on streaming, though, which is a bit annoying since I use Spotify a lot. Also, oh my god, the room looks bad, doesn't it? I'm so sorry. I'll get around to cleaning it. This is honestly the cleanest that it's been in a minute. I'm not very good at cleaning my room. But yeah, Cindy Lee Diamond Jubilee, I actually loved it. I think I'll be going back to it a bit. Then again, it is very long and the songs aren't on streaming, so it's not the easiest listen, I guess. It's kind of hard to tell some tracks from the next one. So maybe it's nice to look at it as like a 2-hour song, maybe treat it like that. I listened to a lot of music recently, honestly. I'm not really sure which ones I should mention. Yeah, these ones weren't that. Oh yeah, I listened to Grave House for the first time by Cemetery and Ghost Mountain. Like, I'm a fan of Cemetery. I'm not really. I wouldn't really say I'm a big fan of it, obviously, because I hadn't listened to Grave House yet. I'm more a fan of like Rainbow Bridge 3, more like his newer stuff, honestly. But damn, it's actually really, really good, and I'm really glad I got around to it. This is something that I will be revisiting, I'm pretty sure. Ghost Mountain's really good. Does Ghost Mountain have solo stuff? I don't know. I need to listen to more Ghost Mountain, really, because I'm not really in touch with much of Haunted Mountain. I only listen to Cemetery, so very good introduction. I listened to NASCAR Lines by Five Star Hotel. Amazing, like breakcore power noise album. It's really good. It's really, really loud. It's probably the loudest like breakcore album I've listened to. Although I'm not the biggest fan of breakcore, so I haven't really heard everything. But this did surprise me, and I think that My only complaint with the album is that it's a bit long. It's an hour long, and the last song is like an 11-minute, kind of just not the most exciting drone song. I think it goes on a bit. I think the album could have done without that song, honestly. But there are some songs in here that I'm gonna just like put on a playlist, which is great, man. It's very, very good. I listened to. I was honestly thinking about making a whole video about this out. I was thinking about like reviewing it because it was that good. The new Melt Banana album, 3+5. Ooh, damn. This is one of my favorite albums of the year so far. But there is still 3 months left of the year. It's hard to say how high this is gonna like rank on like my end of year like ranking thing. But there's no way it's not gonna be up there. Melt Banana is a Japanese noise rock band. Fantastic album. It's really short. It's under 30 minutes, but for Melt Banana, I do think that works a lot in their favor since their songs are so fast, so loud. I do think their albums work better in short little things like this because I've heard a few Melt Banana albums. I like Fetch, but there was this one that I listened to. Yeah, I listened to this right after because I got so excited with the album. I decided to go listen to their older stuff, which is Melt Banana Charlie. I do like it. I do really like it. I just think that the kind of it's longer, you know. I think it's 50 minutes, and these little interlude tracks they do, I don't think worked very well. So I do prefer Melt Banana's newer stuff, but then again, you know, I gotta listen to more of them. But yeah, Charlie, good album. I did really like it, but you know, it's not as good as the new one. I guess the reason why it let me down a bit was just because I listened to the new one before I listened to this. Naked City Torture Garden. This was kind of a strange one. This is primarily grindcore, but there's also like a lot of jazz in it. There's also like a lot of jazz in this, like a lot of just like free form jazz. Pretty good. I mean, it's very short. It's grindcore, so the songs are like 20 seconds, 15 seconds long, but it's only a 25-minute album, and yeah, I'd say it's worth a listen. It does kind of, even though it's 25 minutes long, it kind of gets a bit repetitive. Like, you do kind of understand the point of it after 25 minutes. But if you're into grindcore and it's like weirder grindcore, more experimental grindcore, yeah, check that out. I listened to, you probably haven't heard this. This is like some random EP I just found by Rika Madobe, Baklava EP. Pretty good. It's like J-pop crossed with, it's hard to say the genre, like Deconstructed Club. Let me check because I've got the albums open right now. Like breakcore, yeah, sure. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that breakcore-y, but it's very glitchy and it's very good. Apparently, it's made by a VTuber, which is quite surprising. It's nice to see a VTuber album made with so much obvious talent. And it's only 3 songs, so it's definitely worth a listen. I listened also to World's End Girlfriend, the Lyle Land. World's End Girlfriend, and another breakcore. I've been listening to a lot of breakcore, honestly. Another like breakcore album, but they're very orchestral with their production. It's like breakcore mixed with like post-rock mixed with a lot of like orchestra music. And I really like their one album, Birthday and the Resistance, which is fantastic. Again, a bit long. I'm not kind of saying the same critiques for every album, but that's just how it's been going, I guess. Their new album, the one they released last year, was okay. Very, very, very bloated. But this one was better than the one they made last year, but not better than Birthday and Resistance, the one that I love. Has some good songs in it. It just runs a bit. Sometimes it builds up so much and then it doesn't really go anywhere, and that kind of lets me down a bit. Also, new shirt, by the way, black dresses shirt, in case you like black dresses. And yeah, a few more albums. I listened to the Magdalena Bay album. Oh my god, It's really good. Imaginal Disc. It's an hour-long album. It doesn't run too long. I think it does what it does fantastically. It's a really damn good synth pop album. Probably one of the best pop albums I've heard this year. It's been getting a lot of hype, and I can see why. It's just not my like, you know, standard kind of music that I'd listen to. But I can give it some props for doing what it does, because it does very good. It starts. I personally, I think it starts better than it ends. I think that at the beginning, there's some of the most. That I would say that there's some of the best pop songs of the year in general just on this album, and it's gonna be one of my favorite albums of the year. Am I gonna listen to it again? Probably. It's not to like not as an insult. I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but it's pretty good like background music kind of thing to just like leave on in the background while you're cleaning the house. Is probably the time that I'm gonna be listening to it. Shout out Magdalena Bay, very very good. It definitely deserve the hype it gets. I also listened to this Midwestern Roadkill album, or EP, actually EP. Midwestern Roadkill is the solo project of Willie Rodriguez, which is this like indie rock, like lo-fi indie rock band who I love. I really really love Willie Rodriguez, so I thought I might as well check out this little short EP thing from Willie, and it's good. I did like it. Apparently it got released because it got leaked, which is a shame, which probably means that it's not completely finished. But as an EP, it does its job. It's, again, short. There's also another version of a song of Wet Dream, which is my favorite album of theirs, called Dish Rags, and the solo version of it's really good. Check out this album. It is very very lo-fi, like more lo-fi than like the main stuff. I'm not sure if that's like main stuff. Whatever. But apparently it's so bad to the point where it's listed as like shit gaze as one of the genres, which is a real genre. But I hope that just gets the point across about how low production it is. I know a lot of people don't really like that. And 3 more albums. I listened to the new CHE album, you know, the rapper Say So Says, which was good. The first half of it, because it's kind of broken into 2 halves after an interlude in the middle part, the second part is a lot better. The second part of the album is a lot better. It's more, the second half is more focused on like, it kind of sounds a bit more like dance music, a bit more electronic, I guess. But the first half is kind of like standard for the guy. Not the most experimental he's ever gotten. I was hoping there'd be more songs on here, like Peacetime, but it's fine. I was hoping Peacetime would just be on the album, which is a single he released earlier this year. Next up, so yeah, pretty good album from CHE. I'll revisit a few songs, but I don't think I'll go back to the whole thing, you know. Another thing I listen to is a little 2-song thing by my friend, her band called Haritsuke, which is a black metal band, black metal dungeon synth kind of thing. Good, it was very good, and I enjoyed it. And I've got a shirt coming of this cover now. You should check it out. Again, it's only 2 songs long, but it's pretty damn good black metal, and yeah, I mean, check that out if you're into that stuff. If you're not, then you won't like it. And then the last thing I listened to, which is what I listened to like 30 minutes ago, is KO Garden by Golden Boy. This is another breakcore album. It's a bit more inspired by like footwork though, which is a genre that I'm pretty interested in. I know a lot of people who would probably like this album. I just think it's not the most. What's it like? It's not the. It's a bit too derivative. I think there's not too much that Golden Boy adds that I say is really special. I feel like I've heard this album before, if that makes sense. Even though I haven't heard this album, I've just heard a lot of similar things to it. So it's not the most distinct album, is what I mean. But It's only 30 minutes, so check it out if you're into those kind of genres. And that's everything I've listened to recently. We've only been going for 15 minutes. I mean, like, wasn't really planning on talking for too long anyway. I'm a bit tired, if you can't tell. Last night I was doing quite a lot, and I didn't really get much sleep. So, yeah, short yap video. Fun little short yap video. And to finish things off, I'll show you Jolly, because everybody loves Jolly. Say hi, Jolly. Hello. That's Jolly saying hi. I hope you enjoyed Jolly. Okay, thanks for watching the channel. There'll be more interesting videos, I hope. If you have any ideas on things that I should talk about, tell me, because most of the time I just come in here without any idea on what to talk about, and I just kind of yap about like how my day went and stuff. I can do more of that, but I kind of want to have some subjects to talk about next time. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Melanie Fox. Like the video, subscribe, comment, and if you want to join my Discord server, DM me on Twitter. Also, just another little thing. Thank you to everybody who watched my last video, the tips for trans girls thing, because that was actually something that I did want people to see, because it's one of the times it talks about some stuff that's a bit important. Well, not really important. It was all just kind of tips, wasn't it? But I'm just very glad that people saw that album. I've got albums on my mind. I'm very glad that people saw that video. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye.